Hello class, this is Champon. Today I want us to go through this topic known as copyright. We have made some discussions in the classroom about intellectual property rights. So today our topic is based on copyright. Before we start, we'll be looking at what copyright is, reasons for copyright protection. Now, when you say copyright, this is a legal right given to an inventor or inventors of original work on the use, reproduction, and sale of their work. Copyright law is used to protect the works of inventors from unauthorized reproduction, sale or use of parts or the entire work. This means that when someone creates something, either a movie, a book, a car, or any item, there's a law that protects the work of that person. So this law prevents others from making copies or selling of the same product. Now let's look at who an inventor or a creator is. When you talk of an inventor is someone who has created something new. Inventors are also known as creators. Before an invention will be protected by the copyright law, the inventor must be registered at the Ghana Copyright Office. So in each country, you have these offices that are just there to seek to it that inventors' products or work are not being used by other people or are not being sold by other people. Now, these are some of the materials that inventors normally make and is being protected by the copyright law. So an example is music videos, softwares, books, television broadcasts, radio broadcasts, photograph, painting works, and podcasts. Now, when someone is able to make a copy without the knowledge of the inventor or the creator, this is termed as copyright infringement. So when you say copyright infringement, is the act of breaking the copyright law, or is when a person makes copies of or imitates an inventor's work without his or her permission. Now here we have some effects of breaking the copyright law. Assuming someone makes a work and one tries to imitate or make copies without the knowledge of the person, this is what goes on. Breaking copyright law, that's the copyright infringement, is a crime in Ghana. Copyright infringement has negative effects on the offender, and these include imprisonment or fine of the offender. This means when someone tries to make a copy of someone's work in Ghana, the copyright law is there to ensure that those who make copies will either be imprisoned or they will be made to pay some amount of money. And again, it also discourages people from inventing new things. Assuming you produce a book or you make a book in your country and someone makes a copy of that book and makes sales of that book, when you get to know, you become annoyed. This prevents you from making other books. So when you say copyright infringement discourage other people from inventing new things, this is what it comes about. They will try to sit idle without bringing any new thing into existence. Now let's look at the third one. Loss of money because counterfeit products by pirates are of low quality. In this case, those who will try to make copies of the items, since they don't have any idea on how the item was being produced, they will try to use other ways to make this product, and this make the qualities of those items not all that good to purchase. And the fourth one is it slows the growth of a nation's development, as I explained in point 2. When people or inventors try to stop inventing new things, there will be no buying and there will be no thing being created in that country. So this brings about low development in the nation. Now let's look at the reasons for copyright protection. Why do we need to protect our product or inventors' product? The first one is to encourage people to invent new things. When there's a law that protects the work of inventors, they will be happy to create anything, new things, and bring other things into existence. It also promotes development, as people will be buying, the government will be taking tax from these inventors. And the third one is to make sure inventors gain financial rewards from their work or hard work. So when these people are able to produce new things into the countries, there's a situation whereby people are being awarded for their good work in the country. Now the fourth one, to protect the work of an inventor from pirates. So the main work of the copyright is just to protect the work of inventors so that others cannot make copy from their knowledge. Now let's take note of the following key words. The first one is pirate. When you say a pirate, it's a person who makes copies or distributes copyright materials without the permission from the inventor or the creator. The second one, piracy. That is the unauthorized copying and distribution of copyright materials. The third one, we have plagiarism. This is taking someone's work or idea and claiming it is your own. Now we'll end here for today. This is your exercise, so we'll look at what we have over here. The first one, you have to explain what copyright is. You just define what copyright is. Then 2, you define the term plagiarism. Then 3, you give 2 reasons for copyright protection. 4, you give 2 effects of copyright protection. For your next lesson, you have to prepare on internet and the World Wide Web. So this will be our next topic, which we will learn more about the internet and the World Wide Web. Thank you. We will meet again next Monday.